toss it up, and we are underway from Blacksburg. The NC State Wolfpack, one of 5 remaining unbeaten teams in the country, putting that record on the line here in Blacksburg. The Hokies swept the Wolfpack in both regular season meetings last year. First attempt, Saniya Rivers cannot get it to go. Here comes Georgia Amore. Cayla King lines up the 3. Zoe Brooks inserted into the starting lineup, looking inside for Mimi Collins on the break.
Great pass from Zoe Brooks. She does not look like a freshman. Getting the start today. Already has a triple-double under her belt this season.
Regular starting 5 for Virginia Tech. Matilda Eck, Rose Misha, Cayla King joining one of the best duos in the country. Liz Kitley, Georgia Amore. Eck pulls up for the shot and gets the points.
Eck has to be able to put the ball on the floor because NC State specifically is going to try to run her off the three-point line. So a very good job by her to adjust.
There's your starting 5 for NC State. As we mentioned, no River Baldwin. Hurt her right ankle toward the end of the third quarter in that overtime win against Florida State on Thursday. Out indefinitely for the Wolfpack. How about that move? Got a little whoop from you.
It did, but then Georgia Amore got her hand in there and maybe gave Zoe Brooks a little bit of a stare, said, look, I'm the veteran here. This is my arena.
My
house. But I love what I've seen from Brooks so far, not being afraid at all.
There are those familiar starters. The Hokies almost the same starting 5 in every game so far this season. Virginia Tech coming in 11-2. Both of these teams 2-0 in conference play. Off goes Amore. Usually that one rolls on in. Brooks, open lane to the basket. She'll take it with the left.
Nobody picked up Zoe Brooks. She got the rebound, and nobody even tried to guard her until she was inside the three-point line. That cannot happen for Virginia Tech in transition defense.
Amore. Free throw line. Rattles out. Madison Hayes pulls down the rebound for the Wolfpack. Isaiah James, leading scorer for NC State on the season, averaging 15.7, top 10 in the ACC. How's that for her first 2?
My goodness, Isaiah James took it left. She is a lefty, but then hung under the rim to finish on the opposite.
Foul called in the paint. Westmore's NC State Wolfpack team coming in here with that unbeaten record. Suffered 2 losses to Virginia Tech last year, but this has been a good series here as of late between these two. And West really appreciating the challenge he knows he's going to get from Kenny Brooks' teams.
It's been a great series, and by the way, that was the second foul on Isaiah James.
And James going to the bench for those 2 early fouls. Collins has really been shooting it well. Big rebound, pulled down by Hayes. Collins given another open look. And interesting that it is Kitley who's got it.
Mimi Collins starting in place of River Baldwin. So Kitley is going to be drawn out. They're going to try to use Collins' quickness. And that time Collins settled for 3s.
Good quick turn.
Liz Kitley an open look. And to me, Liz Kitley is the best shooting post player in the country.
Saniya Rivers to steal. Her 3 is good. With River Baldwin on the bench for NC State. Here goes Kitley. Steele with the rebound. Freshman out of Edmond, Oklahoma, has appeared in every game off the bench so far for NC State. Rivers. Smooth. Yeah, 33 and 10, by the way. Her first career double-double with the 10 rebounds. Travel call. Amore and King, both in the top 5 all-time in terms of three-pointers made in Virginia Tech history. Olivia Summiel into the game there for Virginia Tech. Commits the foul. Averages 11 points per game. Shooting, Kelly, nearly 43.
Is a transfer, but this is her 3rd year with the Pack, so she knows Westmore.
Hokies trailing the 3rd-ranked Wolfpack. Amore, can she get one to fall?
She has such a size advantage on Mimi Collins. I'd love to see a shot fake and attack the rim at least a few times from Kitley early in this game.
Steele knocked one down already. Make it 2. One of the questions for this Virginia Tech team as the shot clock gets to 5 is who else is going to help Kitley and Amor. They do an awful lot on their own, but do not want to miss the Saniya Latson show. She has simply had 3 30-point games to start off ACC play. And then at 6 p.m., Boston College, Syracuse. Madison Hayes.
NC State does shoot about 34% on the year, so they're very capable, but NC State beating Virginia Tech at their own game right now.
Carly Wenzel on the floor for the Hokies, gets it inside to Kitley.
So I think next time Liz Kitley touches the ball inside, she's got to give a pump fake. Tough for her, Jen, because her jumper is so smooth. I like that attack from Wenzel. Georgia Amor
Spinning through the air, taking it
goodness.
away. You think this crowd loves them some Georgia Amor?
Jen, when I walked in the gym, I saw 2 little girls who were here an hour and a half before the game, and I said, "Who's your favorite player?" And they said Georgia, of course.
Well, I thought Kitley would probably get a lot of votes, but that's no surprise. There's Liz Kitley. 8 in the game now for the 2-time ACC Player of the Year. Will take it herself at the buzzer.
They just beat number 22 Florida State, so they have been tested, and they are still undefeated. Virginia Tech trying to spoil that, Jen.
Yeah, NC State 3-0 against the top 25. Virginia Tech, meanwhile, looking for their first win against a ranked opponent.
With Amor, though, it's her speed, her vision, and she also has a great ability to kind of hang in the air while passing. You don't generally advise that if you're coaching fundamentals, but it's Georgia Amor, and that's massive, Jen. 2 of NC State's starters have 2 fouls, and we'll see how NC State handles it if they bring one of those young players off the bench for Mimi Collins.
Kitley working on Collins with those 2 fouls. Here is Georgia Amor. Baker open for 3. Knocked it down.
Okay, freshman. Okay, Karis Baker. Dad was a 4-time NBA All-Star. She says, I'm not afraid of this moment.
Tie game at 19. And a travel as Maddie Cox drags her foot.
Karis Baker has come off the bench for Virginia Tech and has hit 2 threes to start this second quarter. She has gotten the crowd back into this game.
Her dad, Vin, in the Hartford Hall of Fame, 15 years in the NBA. Showing off the stroke of her own. A couple of triples early. There's a little hoop scoop with Vin Baker.
Her mom also played at Hartford, so she is the daughter of 2 basketball student athletes. I'm not sure she had a choice as to which sport she was going to end up playing.
Oh, Kelly, you always give the choice. You just give a little nudge onto the basketball court.
Just a little nudge in the right direction.
Mimi Collins going to come to the bench now for NC State. Lizzie Williamson, the 6'5", grad transfer from Southern Utah into the game.
It feels like right now this is where NC State is missing River Baldwin, who is out with a right ankle injury. She was incredible last game, had 21 and 8. And they're bringing in some, in 3 quarters. They're bringing in some young players that just don't have the presence of River Baldwin inside.
These are the moments NC State's going to have to manage if they want to get out of here unscathed. Can they handle playing with some of the other big-time players on the bench? Mimi Collins, Isaiah James. This was the moment right toward the end of the third quarter on Thursday night that took River Baldwin out.
We thought it was a knee. Turned out to be her right ankle, which I think is good news, actually. But she's out indefinitely.
Wolfpack have gone cold. Jump ball. And, you know, you talked to Wes Moore, and he had talked about how well River had been playing this season. I mean, really looked like almost a different player in her second year with the Wolfpack after transferring from Florida State. She gave them that inside presence, Kelly, that really allowed their guards to do what they do, right? She's
an X factor for them. The way she was rebounding it, taking 5 charges against Florida State. She's a former McDonald's All-American, always had the talent, but in her 5th year was really thriving in Wes Moore's system.
Saniya Rivers with 3 on the shot clock. puts Wolfpack back out in front. 5 in the game for Saniya.
With all this youth on the floor, I think Saniya...
And good hands from Hayes to take it away for NC State. Madison Hayes all the way.
What they're going to do when they play her like that.
Off the inbounds. Benches for both teams may well have a big say in how things go today. Hayes, yes! Amor to Kitley. That's how it's done.
Gets the ball that low, that deep on the block, she's going to score.
10 points for Kitley to go along with 7 rebounds. Rivers,
she's trying to make the extra pass, make the right play. I'd love to see her attack a little more. She is so good around the rim.
ACC 6th Player of the Year a year ago in her first year with the Wolfpack. There's the double team on Kitley. Amor slicing through. Baker. There's an offensive rebound. No three to be had. Saniya Rivers in for the block, and then there's all kinds of contact. It's going to go against the Hokies, though, the call.
Big play by Saniya Rivers on the defensive end.
Cayla King called for the foul. Under a minute to play. I mean, this quarter has flown by 2, and there goes Saniya Rivers to the basket.
That's what we're talking about, Jen. Get your best athlete, go into the rim, let her make a play.
Kitley. Good. She's got a dozen.
Best jump shooting post player in the country.
3-point game between the two teams that have combined to win the last 4 ACC tournament titles. Virginia Tech, the defending champs. NC State had a string of 3 in a row prior to that. 7 to shoot for the unbeaten Wolfpack. Brooks. Rivers. Kitley gets herself in position for the rebound. Amor launches it up! Oh. She made it closer than most, but we've got a 3-point game at halftime. NC State leading Virginia Tech. What a first half.
She makes her move quickly. Saniya Rivers comes over. Kitley hits him with a pump fake and scores easily. She's got to catch the ball deeper in the paint, and she's got to continue to try to read this NC State defense. They've done a good job, Jen, of switching things up.
12 points, 8 rebounds for Liz Kitley in the first half as we get started with quarter number 3 from Blacksburg. Isaiah James back in the game for the first time since those first 3.5 minutes, and she announces her presence with a bucket.
Jen, that is so hard to do. Isaiah James has been sitting on the bench for about 30 minutes of real time. She gets back in the game, and it's like she never left.
Amor just has been a little bit off for herself. As you mentioned, she's passing the ball well.
And keep an eye, Jen, on that last play. Georgia Amor got hit in the stomach. She looks like she's in a little bit of pain, so let's keep an eye on that.
Starting 5 back on the floor for NC State. Saniya Rivers. It's a 4-0 Wolfpack run to start quarter number 3. Kitley. Good for 2 more.
And he did not like how Mimi Collins guarded Kitley there.
Hayes hit a couple of threes in the first, including 3 triples. Kitley. And Mimi Collins do the job defensively.
And Liz Kitley has to go at her. That shot that Kitley just took was way too difficult of a shot.
A really aggressive start to the half for NC State to equal their largest lead of the game at 10. Starting 5 back on the floor for Virginia Tech.
Cayla King is one of the best shooters in Virginia Tech history. They've got to get more looks for her. When she scores 10 or more in a game, Jen, they are 27-3. They have to get her involved in the second half.
Collins. Short corners. Wolfpack have yet to miss this quarter. Now they take it away. James, looks away. And then fights for the rebound herself.
I know I'm biased, but nobody covers women's basketball like the ACC network. So stay tuned with us all season long. And you're right, Jen. Isaiah James picking up the 3rd foul, but Westmore is leaving her in the game as of now.
Well, if she had to sit so much of that first half, to roll the dice a little bit here, Kibba's leading scorer on the floor.
James has more fouls than Virginia Tech as a team.
Just 2 fouls against the Hokies in the first half.
Virginia Tech's got to get a hand in the face. Make them put the ball on the floor. Just be a little more aggressive when you're guarding the ball, because NC State's getting the looks they want.
This is a good look here and a good finish. You're right, though. This quarter in particular, NC State 6 of 7 from the floor. There's a contested shot.
Players have to step up. We've seen Cayla King hit a 3. We just saw Eck there.
They held on to that unbeaten record just barely on Thursday night. Kitley.
That's what you want to see, attacking the rim. Virginia Tech has missed at least 5 layups tonight.
Catch me if you can.
Number 35 in the goggles. There's a reason why. She's the highest ranked signee in NC State history, the number 3 player in this freshman class.
From the corner. Not on target for Collins. Hokies on the run. They want to run. Something they've been trying to do since their loss to LSU earlier in the season. And it results in...
They got to knock down some threes.
Madison Hayes with 14 points in the game. 6 to shoot. She'll take it. Why not? Olivia Samuel, transfer from Wake Forest, into the game for the Hokies again. Kitley always has to have her head on a swivel. Where is the defense coming from? Zoe Brooks! Oh my!
Special talent. There's a reason why she was a McDonald's All-American. And she's been really good defensively on Amore as well, by the way, but made some great plays in transition.
Helps the defensive effort here. Gets tapped away, but stays with the Hokies. Amore pulls up. And Kitley cleans it up off the
She's had a tough game shooting the ball, 6 for 15 from the field, but she just keeps going, trying to keep the Hokies within striking distance.
Has her 67th. Let that sink in for a minute. 67th career double-double, 16 points, 10 boards for Kitley. Collins, 5 on the shot clock, going up against Kitley. Samuel. Collins, easy look, but can't finish. Amore, open, off. Samuel, she has been working hard on the glass for the Hokies this season. Amore turning the corner, opens up some space.
That got her ready for this.
NC State, the only team in the country with 2 wins against teams in the top 5. And the crowd, 10 seconds on the shot clock, so plenty of time for Saniya Rivers to work with. There is a foul. She and Alyssa Usby, both Kelly, would fall into that category.
The only players in the ACC in the top 20 in all those categories, points per game, assists per game, rebounds per game, and steals. That is incredible. Saniya Rivers can do it all.
Alyssa Usby and North Carolina traveling to South Bend, take on 16th ranked Notre Dame later today at 5. Amore under the basket, up and in.
NC State is getting what they want on the offensive end. If the Hokies don't get more stops, they're not going to get back in it.
Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Lacey Steele back in the game. Hit a couple of big threes. Now hits one from the ACC.
Virginia Tech is not preventing NC State from doing what they want to do offensively. NC State has looked too comfortable offensively all night.
NC State shooting nearly 66% in the third quarter. Miss there from Brooks. A chance for the final shot for Virginia Tech of the quarter.
That's what Virginia Tech needs to do. Force NC State to take long jumpers, prevent them from getting to the rim. That was a good possession for them defensively.
Oh, Amore wanted to dish it off, but Zoe Brooks was wise to it. Shot doesn't get off in time, but NC State has the lead. What a test for this unbeaten NC State team. Here we go, final quarter coming up for you from Blacksburg. And right off the bat,
Amor got going in the third quarter, so Saniya Rivers has started on Amor defensively. A little more length from NC State on Amor.
A couple of games ago, but sometimes those glue players don't have the numbers behind her. Hasn't gotten the assist for it yet in this game, though she's tried a couple times. Kitley going to work in the paint. That is 20 points, 10 rebounds, right about her average for Liz Kitley in this game, trying to keep Virginia Tech close. Collins says,
Good. You have Madison Hayes beating you. You think you can, okay, maybe I'll give Mimi Collins a three. Maybe I'll take that. No, you won't. She makes it. They just keep coming at you with different weapons.
Amor, 11 now since halftime, 14 in the game, and Virginia Tech's made 5 of their last 6.
This game will be decided on the defensive end for the Hokies. They have to get some stops.
Hayes off the screen. Karis Baker, Carly Wenzel both on the floor for Virginia Tech at the moment, along with Georgia Amor. Kitley against Collins.
Virginia Tech has missed 6 or 7 layups today, and that's been the difference in this game in many ways.
King defending Brooks, takes it away. Wenzel is waiting for help. Amor came streaking down the left. Kitley. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 9-point lead for NC State. Brooks. It's got to go. Off balance shot, out of bounds. They won 22 of the first 23 meetings. Virginia Tech, though, had their first season series sweep last year. Amor spinning, finishing. But she is ready for this fourth quarter. Oh, that one would have been a crowd silent.
Another stop for Virginia Tech. Under 5 minutes, you cannot waste a possession.
NC State has missed their last 4, leaving that door open. Georgia Amor. Will it be enough to catch NC State? We've got 4.5 minutes to find out. Hayes driving, blocked by Kitley. 7-0 Virginia Tech run. Amor picked up her dribble, got in a little trouble. That's a good place to go. Inside to Kitley. Takes her time, draws the foul.
Here's Kitley on the other side. That's perfect right there. Hands straight up, all balls. And Virginia Tech's off to the races. Using her pump fake. Taking that contact and getting to the free throw line, but misses the first free throw.
And Kitley is an excellent free throw shooter. She's at about 84% for the season. Virginia Tech as a team is first in the ACC in free throw percentage when they get to the line. Haven't been there much today. 3-point game. Saniya Rivers all the way to the rim. Virginia Tech with a chance to tie.
NC State taking some quick shots. If I had this kind of lead in this situation, I think I would take a little more time on offense.
8-0 run. NC State started 2 for 2 in this quarter, have missed their last 6. James still can't get it to go, and that is number 4 on Mimi Collins. As we get into 3 minutes and change to go in this one.
Collins has 4. It feels like Liz Kitley's got to get a touch.
Amor. That's
or
not
not
a bad option either.
Georgia Amor does defy logic, so that also makes perfect sense.
10-0 run. Hokies within 1. Under 10 now for NC State. Saniya Rivers out to James. Shot fake into the lane. Zoe Brooks was there, but Virginia Tech has it.
The Hokies have stepped it up defensively. They just made Isaiah James take a very tough shot. They've held NC State scoreless for 5.5 minutes.
Virginia Tech has never led in this game. Kitley had a chance to take the lead right there. Zoe Brooks, open look in the corner. Won't go. NC State stays cold. Timeout on the floor. Under 2 minutes to play. What a game in Blacksburg.
This game has been so good. Back and forth. Sellout crowd in Castle Coliseum. A top 15 matchup. This is ACC basketball for you.
NC State got away with a single-digit quarter in the second quarter. They had 9 points. I think they need a few more to get out of this fourth quarter with the win. Baker! Offensive rebound. Amore! If you could feel it in this arena, there they go! Kitley gives the Hokies their first lead of the game.
Offensive rebounding. Virginia Tech has been better grabbing O-boards in the second half. None bigger than that one by Kitley.
This NC State team really being tested now. 12-0 Hokie run. Amore nearly took it away. 5 seconds on the shot clock.
I don't think Zoe Brooks knows.
Now she knows. She goes and gets her own rebound.
It hit the rim just in time. Wow.
Under
She
a
was
minute
not.
to go.
She looked over at Wes Moore and he said go. She wasn't aware.
Saniya Rivers driving against Kitley. Karis Baker, the freshman, with a big rebound.
More great defense at the rim by Virginia Tech's All-American post player Liz Kitley.
Isaiah James just chasing Amore. Now eventually the foul is called.
Virginia Tech finally took the lead on this possession. They missed 2 threes, but they continue to battle inside. Liz Kitley comes up with the offensive rebound, giving the Hokies their first lead of the afternoon.
That was the 4th personal on Isaiah James, but just the 3rd team foul for NC State. 5-second difference, shot clock, game clock. Amore, ball in her hands. Open look for 3. And timeout immediately called so NC State can advance the basketball. You can bet this sellout crowd is going to let them hear it. Brooks gets it into Collins. Saniya Rivers with the basketball for NC State. Drives against Kitley. It's good! Timeout Virginia Tech. 1.9 seconds on the clock. Virginia Tech also can advance it here.
Okay, he switched it up, by the way. He took Amore out. Amore's no longer inbounding the ball. She's now in the play.
So we'll see
and
how
Zoe
that
Brooks
changes.
hedging down to guard Kitley.
Here we go. Hokies inbound. Go to Kitley. Left for NC State. They have no timeouts. They cannot advance the ball. Looks like 9/10 of a second. Rivers will have to hoist it from midcourt. And Virginia Tech knocks off the unbeaten Wolf